Ivan III was born into the title of the Grand Prince of Moscow in 1440. At one point, his brothers and nephews conspired against him. They were then put to death. Although he ruled dictatorially and brutally, he later earned the title of Ivan the Great after his break from Mongol rule, which we will discuss later.
Despite the fact that the Mongols ran the largest empire to ever exist, they were weak. Due to the vast amount of territory they controlled, their power began to weaken. They had spread themselves too thin. In addition to their loss of power, there were issues present all over the empire. This led to weakness and a lack of will to continue fighting for power.
After years of oppression from the Mongols, Ivan III began to challenge Mongol rule. He refused to pay tributes to Mongol rulers, giving them token presents instead of the money that they wanted. He refused to exhibit homage to the Mongol rulers, and at one point, in protest, he even threw a portrait of a ruler to the ground. Eventually, he stopped giving Mongol rulers the tribute altogether. This led to the Great Standoff on the Ugra River.
The Great Standoff, as mentioned before, occurred on the Ugra River, located 150 miles southwest of Moscow. On this day in 1480, the Muscovite and Mongol armies came together, prepared to battle over Ivan III's public declaration that he would no longer pay tribute to the Mongol rulers. Both armies had set up allies prior to this day. Unfortunately for the Mongols, their allies did not show up. Additionally, they were weak and tired from all of the issues throughout the empire. They retreated. Although they technically did not fight, Russians view this day as their release from Mongol rule.
After defeating the Mongols at the Great Standoff, Ivan III named himself the first Tsar of Russia. His reign lasted for 43 years. During this time, he greatly expanded his domain through conquest, and for this he is also called Ivan the Great.
Ivan brought many changes and improvements to the Russian Empire. He established a code of written law written by Russians and Greeks. He also expanded tax collection in order to finance the growing civil services and the growing territory. Most importantly, he ended Tatar rule and changed Moscow from a state ruled by a prince to a sovereign nation.
Ivan III set a goal to make Moscow the third Rome, and the Russians claimed to be successful in this. The Russian state was consolidated and it tripled in size. Additionally, trade greatly expanded.